After spending 2 decades in WWE, Nick Nemeth sought his next chapter and found it in a big way through TNA wrestling. The veteran moved on from his previous incarnation, Dolph Ziggler, looking to make a statement right out of the gate. Within a matter of months, the popular performer became TNA World Heavyweight Champion in a six-way elimination match at Slammiversary. His reign included a series of successful title defenses, including against the viral sensation Joe Hendry. The two will meet in a much-anticipated Bound for Glory rematch in the main event of Genesis. Nemeth, who just signed a contract extension, has dedicated himself to helping the TNA level up. The buzz for the company continues to grow thanks to building goodwill among fans with strong shows and strategic partnerships like the one with WWE. It's a good time to stand atop the TNA mountain. Here, the 44-year-old opens up about his championship reign and the company's latest business developments. How do you reflect on your reign as TNA World Champion so far? You've been in the business for so long, but this truly feels like the first time you've been given the ball. Nick Nemeth. It means a lot for them to have the confidence in me. It really started as a let's see how it goes. If it went well, we'd stick with it. I've appreciated that part. The reign adding in the Hardys, Joe Hendry, Masha, Slamovich, Jordan, and everyone stepping up. All these pieces have led to the company doing well. I'm so proud to be 1% of that chunk of us pushing forward and having everyone talking about TNA at the moment. You made the decision to extend your deal not long ago. When was the moment you felt TNA was the right spot for you to stick around? At first, I wasn't sure what to do. I'd just gotten out of a 20-year relationship and wanted to take a break and not immediately jump into another one. I wanted to check out the independents, go to some different countries, and do things I haven't done without the umbrella of WWE. I wanted to have a bunch of matches I never thought I would. Scott D'Amore kept saying to give them a chance, check out the locker room, and that they had something special going on over here. He wanted me to be a part of it. I got a text from Frankie Kazarian, Brian Myers, Bobby Roode. So many different people were like, you've got to give it a try. I said, let's find a way where I could dip my toe here and be affiliated with you guys, but still do my own thing. After the first payday, I got the locker room, the vibe, and how everyone was on the same team. I thought, let's go. Let me lock in and be a part of it. One of the first things I told them was I didn't want to be the champion or in the title picture for 6 months to a year. If it doesn't come to me somewhat organically, then I didn't want it to happen. Storyline-wise, 3 or 4 months in, we got to a match, but still, Moose remained champion. Slowly, different pieces fell into place where it felt right for the time for what TNA was doing. I think we're all doing such great work that I'm happy to be a piece of it as champion at the moment. It's great. Years and years he was in NXT, and I had the Money in the Bank contract. AJ, Big E, and myself got to go to NXT and had a live event match. That was cool. That was 11 or 12 years ago for one day. At this point, it's kind of cool because we've made some videos and did some things together. We're constantly doing comedy shows together, which is great. I didn't come to TNA to say, listen, my brother and I are going to be tagging and doing some matches together. It was more of, let's see how it goes. It worked out. There was a position for my brother to fill. We even got some tag team matches in, and right now, slowly but surely, working together in a story. Also, he is working for TNA, which is really cool. It's a fun time. You're facing Joe Hendry in the main event of Genesis. How much of yourself do you see in him? I don't see any of me in him. I feel like we are different people, though. I have always gravitated to people who are always doing extra, going above and beyond to find a way to strike while the iron is hot. He's been able to get over organically, which is really hard to happen, or even have a window or moment. He actually reminds me of a Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona from 10 years ago, because he wasn't just doing things we all were doing. He wasn't just working on himself. He actually got it organically where the crowd started chanting for him. That is one of the hardest parts to have in the business, no matter what point you're in career-wise. Once you get that part down and all the work comes together and timing, then you become this guy. It's really hard to talk shit about him because I've watched him have these viral moments. We've all heard about the 15 minutes of fame and it's over. In this situation, he got the viral 15 minutes we're all jealous of and then went to the back of the line at TNA. He started from the bottom a few months ago, worked his way up to several different matches and big moments, and now he's fighting for the world title. I'm not going to say he doesn't deserve to be here. What he has earned a spot more than most. While I think the kid has got it and I'm rooting for him, I told him personally behind the scenes that when the bell rings, there's no respect there anymore. There is me taking it easy on him. That would be disrespectful to TNA and being the world champion. I said, I'm out there to kick your ass and take your head off to see if you could even hang with me, because I don't think you can. Until then, I appreciate all the hard work he has done for the company. Having worked for both companies, what did you make of the announcement TNA entered into a multi-year partnership with WWE? I think it's a great move for both companies. It could be a week or two from now or longer or even this weekend. I like you have the aspect of you never thought you'd see these two guys or gals or this moment, and now you know it could absolutely happen. That aspect of surprises or someone showing up out of nowhere is one of the best parts of professional wrestling. Now anything can genuinely happen on any Tuesday or Thursday or Saturday, you name it. That is great for the fans and long-term for both parties involved. We're also gearing up for the first live Impact in 8 years. What's the vibe you're getting from the roster about this opportunity? The important part of it is it's a lot different than working the independents or tape shows. It is so different. I got so used to it for 15, 20 years that I just thought it was always how it was going to be. I was very lucky to be trained on the fly and have that skill of, hey, we have 15 seconds till we go dark. Oh my God, get to the end, where you have to rush to make it happen. I've always loved the part of this job people don't realize even now. If you're not doing live TV, you don't realize when you have to hit these cues, that is another element of this art of this business. Not everyone can do it. That is another aspect someone like me is 1% more valuable in a situation like this, because I know how this works. There's a beauty to the business of being able to do this. I know we're all excited as hell because it means we're just one step closer to being just one step higher up on the food chain. Having that live show and feel to it, I know even 20 years in, when you have that live aspect, it just feels different. There's no mistakes, no screwing around. You have to hit the cues. When the stakes are higher, it makes it that more exciting for all of us.